Hello, and welcome back to the Blackboard training series for the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. The purpose of today's tutorial is to familiarize our faculty with the new course calendar tool, which is part of a new Blackboard feature rolled out in the summer of 2013 called the Notification Center. To give a brief background, this new tool was created due to an overwhelming amount of student feedback received by Blackboard to have a single place with quick access to all their grades, discussions, and assignments without having to go into each individual course site. This Notification Center also ties in strongly with the new and improved Blackboard mobile app, which we will take a look at later in this video. For now, let's take a look at the Notification Center. The Notification Center is located at the top right-hand corner of your screen and is always accessible regardless of what course site you happen to be viewing. You will often see a red dot with a number appearing next to it. The red dot has become a universal sign for new item on smartphone operating systems and social media sites to indicate the number of unread items a user has. These items could be a course announcement, a new grade, a post to a discussion board, or even a new reminder on the course calendar. You can access the Notification Center by clicking on the downward arrow next to your name. When you do this, you will see a drop-down listing of all your courses and several icons in a column on the left. As an instructor, you will see 4 icons: Home, Post, Updates, and Calendar. As a quick note, in a student account, there will be a 5th icon that represents grades. Let's start by clicking on the first icon, Home, and enter the expanded view. In this initial module, students are able to get an overview of their day and week. The left column will give them a listing of what's happening today, what's past due, and what's happening later in the week for all their courses. The right column will show them recently graded assignments, quizzes, and the most recent posts made in any of the discussion boards, again in all of the courses they are enrolled. If a student were to click on one of these assignments, they would be sent directly to that assignment in its individual course site, eliminating the need for multiple clicks and searching. However, as an instructor, when you click on an assignment, you'll be directed into that course site's grade center. Moving down to the next icon, Posts, we are able to see all the discussion boards, threads, and forums in all of our courses. Furthermore, you can reply to a thread from right here in the Notification Center without having to go into that course site and navigate down to it. Again, this eliminates clicks and searching, saving everyone time. This could be especially helpful if you have multiple sections of the same course with similar discussion threads. The third icon, Updates, is symbolized by an alarm clock. Updates functions as a general news feed for all your courses, showing all announcements, content additions, grades, and assignments in chronological order by when they were released. In this module, you have the option to either open or dismiss an update, with Open directing you to that specific item in its course site. There are also options on the left-hand column to filter these updates by course, as well as an option to view system announcements that may contain Blackboard outage or upgrade information. The final icon we want to look at in the Notification Center is the calendar. With the calendar, you are able to see color-coded notes, due dates, and reminders for every course simultaneously. These color-coded blocks can be filtered by the checkboxes on the left. For instructors, any test, quiz, safe assign, or turn-in assignment you create will automatically be placed on the course calendar for you by Blackboard, as long as you apply a due date when setting it up. However, you may want to add additional reminders about reading assignments or upcoming events to the calendar manually. You can do this by either clicking the plus sign near the top right of the calendar, or you may simply double-click in the date you wish to add the reminder. Either method will bring you to the same pop-up window. You will need to give your event a name, description, and define its date and time. There is also the option to have the event repeat on a monthly, weekly, or daily basis. For this example, I'm going to add a weekly reminder about my office hours. Now that I've filled out the pop-up, I want to make sure I choose the right calendar. Under the event name, you should select your desired course from the drop-down menu. Be sure not to leave this to the default setting, which is personal. This setting means the event will only be visible to you and not your students. Once the event is created, you may always edit or delete it by simply double-clicking on the event's name in the calendar. By the same token, you may move the event's date by drag and dropping it around the calendar with your mouse, though this function is somewhat limited. Lastly, there are two additional ways the calendar can be shared. The first is by sharing a link to an ICS or iCalendar file. The link for this can be found by clicking on the button labeled Get External Calendar Link, found below the filter checkboxes, and sharing the Blackboard generated URL. The method for installing this URL will vary by device and services, such as Outlook, Mac Mail, and Google Calendar. The easier way to share your calendar is to add a tool link to your main course site navigation. To do this, navigate to your desired course site. Ensure the edit mode is set to on, and click on the gray plus sign found above your blue navigation area. From the list, select Tool Link. Give your calendar a name, and then select Calendar from the alphabetical drop-down menu under Type. After that, check the box next to Available to Users and press the Submit button. Your new navigation link will be created at the bottom of the blue navigation area. Remember, you can move this link up using your mouse to drag and drop it to the desired location. Your students will now have access to the course calendar feature from within your course site as shown. The Calendar and Notification Center will become increasingly important as students continue to adopt the Blackboard app Mobile Learn. Mobile Learn is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. It is free to download, but as of this recording requires a subscription fee of $1.99 a year or $5.99 for a lifetime to access content. With this app, students are able to receive reminders and updates on all their courses via push notifications that are powered by the Notification Center. Blackboard continues to improve the quality of its Mobile Learn app, now using a course color coding system similar to the one seen in the course calendar. Feedback from younger students on this Mobile Learn app continues to trend in a positive direction as Blackboard frequently improves the app. This concludes today's tutorial. If you have any questions about calendars or any other Blackboard feature, please contact Learning at Cary for additional support. Thank you.